This is D Brown, the Begotten Son, and today we're going to dive within the sound waves of Stay Focused. Let's go.
But I'm focused over here though. But that's a problem. That's another one. There's another issue. But I'm still good.
So I start off this whole song where it's just saying there's a problem, there's another problem, and then see that green light, it's time to go. It's really because it's like the problems that's going on in life, which this one is really, I would say, hit home with this. If you remember the episode of Within The Soundwave when I was going over the song In My Veins, my idea with this work was to create a song that was like a go hard song and all that, so when my loved one would hear it, that it would actually encourage them to get better. And this one is along that same vein, but this one, I made this song for me because throughout that the whole ordeal of, you know, that person being in the hospital, you know, I was spending a lot of time there, just hoping for their recovery and hoping that everything goes well with them. And so really, you know, I needed this song for me. So when I say see that green light, it's time to go, it's like I know I'm having a lot of problems. I know I'm stressing over the problems, the issues that's going on, that's being dealt in the life right now. But my outlet at that time was the music. My outlet was the videos that I was putting out. So I was like, okay, this right here that's my outlet. The green light is time to go, and let me just go in. Let me just focus in on the music, you know, and just bang it out.
Yeah, I see that green light, it's time to go. Just give me that beat and I'ma lace it with a flow. But I ain't waiting on the beat, cause I can make it on my own.
I said it within the track about I don't have to wait for a beat because I make it on my own, where it was like I'm thankful for that, because I know a lot of people are not able to do stuff like that. But in my case, seeing that I do make everything from scratch, it was like, okay, I'm just happy that I can at least do this and just get everything off my chest, or just have that release.
And it's more than the beat when it's coming from your soul.
So then when I bring it to the point where I'm talking about there's more than a beat, when it's coming from your soul, it's like that's the release right there. You know, when I'm making the music, that's the release that I'm talking about, where throughout all the ordeal that was going on in that time, you know, when I made the song, it's like it's not just a beat anymore. It's not just me making a song anymore. It's me releasing different pressures that I have on me. You know, so that's where this whole, really the concept of Stay Focused come in, where it's right there in the title, where I'm just like, you know, a lot of things going on around you, but you gotta stay focused.
While y'all niggas popping mollies, I be out in Abu Dhabi, kicking it with the family.
So to bring it back in, to have some fun with this though, that line right there, you know, what are you focusing on in life? What are the most important things for you in life? But for me, when it comes to this, it's like, okay, you're having fun, you're doing what you're doing, just trying to escape a problem, which for a lot of people, that's what stuff that they do when it comes to having fun, and a lot of different type of partying. It's like it's to escape something, you know. But while you're focusing on just popping mollies and all that, I'll be out in Abu Dhabi, and I mean, like I said, that's self-explanatory right there. But if need be, I got receipts, you know. I got receipts, okay?
Talking about you run this block, that right there is so astounding. When they gentrify the city and move you out to the county, I guess you ran the city all the way up to that borderline.
When people talk about that they run this town, or they run this block, you know, this my block, this my hood, you know, it's like, way I'm thinking with this, it's like, okay, this is your hood. How? Because you live here? Because you making boss moves on the hood? You know, where it's like, okay, let's think further with this, because this is your hood until they bring around the whole gentrification and start moving you out of the city, as we see, especially here in Baltimore City, you know, where they doing a lot of remodeling, a lot of turn down and rebuilding up and build up a new community and all that. It's like, okay, this is your hood until they move you out. that power that you claim you have, or you say you have, where are you directing your power? You know, if this is your block, if this is your city, you know, they can just move you out just like that. Do you really have the power? Who's the one that really have the power when they can say, you're gonna live here, but we don't, matter of fact, we don't want you to live here anymore. We want you to go here over here to the county. We know you came from the county into the city, that's why we moved out there, but now we're ready to move back, so you gotta go back out to the county while we go in the city, raise the pricing up and all that. So we the ones that run how everything in this city works. So that right there is so astounding, because it's like, look, open your eyes. Who are we fighting against? You know, what's the wars that we're having when we go to the street wars and all that? When you got people out here that's not even picking up any type of weapon and saying, no, this is what I want your life to be. Just like that. Move on.
That right there can flip a switch when you know I'm on my grizzly. Niggas know I get busy. No need for me to be tipsy for you to go find the real me.
No, I'm on my grizzly. You know? No, I'm on my grizzly when it comes to the lyrics, okay? But with this right here though, it's like I don't need to get tipsy. As you would see, you know, I don't need to just drink all this and then come on camera. It's a saying, you know, it's like when a person's drunk, oh, you're gonna see them in that rare form. I wonder how you are when you're drunk. You know, truth comes out when you're drunk, stuff like that. So for me, I'm saying no need for me to be tipsy for you to find the real me. I'm gonna give you the real me from jump. I'm gonna give you the real me when you meet me, when we kick it, when we talk. You know, I'm gonna give you the real me. You don't have to wait. You don't have to get enough booze in me. You don't have to get enough alcohols in me. We don't have to take the shots, you know, for you to see the real me.
I got a lot of issues trying to knock me off my track, but I'm just that type of person that believes in swinging back. I can never play the victim, cause I know where I'll end up. So I stare in the mirror and I repeat to myself, look, you can't let it break you. Don't let it break you, nah. Stay focused. Stay focused.
That hook right there, that chorus, I think is very straightforward, especially knowing the information I said about that I was making this track for me, because it's like the pressures that can slow you down, and they're real pressures, you know. The real issues in your life is real issues, you know. So nobody can fault somebody for slowing down when they have a lot of issues going on. And for me, like I said, I made this song to release some of those, some of that pressure, you know, release the valve, you know. So that's why I say I'm staring at the mirror and I repeat to myself, like I'm looking right there in the mirror and I'm just saying, no, I gotta stay focused though, like, cause I'm trying to build, like, I have a lot to do. I can't just slow down. I spend my time with the person. I spend as much time as possible. But then when things seem a little bit, just a little bit stable, you know, when things are good, just good enough that I feel comfortable, that's why I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get here and put in this work real quick while everything is good, you know. So it's kind of like my meditation. Not like work should be meditation, but in this aspect, music, which is my passion, which is a form of meditation when you're making the music and all that. In my case, I'm lucky with it, I guess you can say, that this is my passion in my profession, because I do it and it gives me some type of release. And you know, I also say I'm not that type of person. I'm just that type of person that believes in swinging back. Where it comes from, I don't like to play the victim, you know, because once again, things that happen in our lives is real for us. If you have a certain feeling about it, if it hits you with a strong feeling, it's real, at least real enough to you, because you're the one feeling it. How can you tell somebody when they're feeling something that is not real, you know? But the downfall of that is when you start publicizing that to everybody and you're looking for a pity party, you know, and just saying, well, I can't do this because, you know, this situation, or look at this situation, how can I ever do this with this situation, you know? So it's like, I know where that gets you. I know where that gets me if I play that role of just playing the victim. Like playing the victim, that don't get you that far. You're wishing and hoping and yelling for somebody to hear you. But all of us is having something that we're going through, you know? Like all of us is having some type of battle we're fighting. So we don't have time to look at the other person or the victim and say, oh, woe is you, let me do all these things to help you, when I gotta help myself before I can help anybody else. So in that aspect, like they say, my man Jim Rohn say that try to find out with anybody what other people have planned for you, and it's not much, you know. So knowing these things, it's like, okay, I can't play the victim because nobody else have a lot planned for my life. I'm the only one that can plan something for my life. So no, life is going to swing at me, so I'm going to swing back. I believe in swinging back with that. You know, you got to defend yourself with that, or stay on the offense and just keep on pounding it. So that's where that comes from.
Get them online, get my problems all in line. Watch me break them all down one at a time.
So that right there, that's when I'm coming out the hook. And I'm saying I can't play the victim, I got to stay focused. All right, so get all my problems lined up. Each one, instead of thinking there's a problem here, there's a problem there, problem. Instead of thinking all that, let me line them all up. And then when I line them all up, now I can attack each problem one by one, knocking them all down. So it's not like I'm just staying in that problem, not woe is me. What are the problems? Let's lay it out on the table and let's start systematically breaking each one down.
A lot of ears bring a lot of fears and a lot of tears, I know.
Seeing that when you're pushing to be out there, or when you're in the public eye, you're doing things that put yourself in the public domain, it's like a lot of those ears can bring a lot of fears. To know that you're watching what I'm doing, especially through the highlight reels and all that, when you're actually seeing the process, that can bring a lot of fears, because now you get self-conscious, you know. Now you're like, oh no, I don't want this person to see this, or I don't want this person to know that I have frustrations here, or that I'm struggling here, you know. Like those things, especially with the struggling, I don't want nobody to know that I'm struggling, and that thing right there gets you a lot of fears. And because you have that fear, you go inside and you shut down and you try to hide from the world. And by doing that, you're actually weakening yourself, because you're isolating yourself from hiding from the world, and now you're feeling a lot of tears. That's where it comes from. A lot of ears bring a lot of fears, bring a lot of tears, you know. So now you're bringing a lot of tears to yourself by isolating yourself. Now you're back in that woe is me, but nobody knows that you're going through this problem, and now you're just feeling sorrow and depression that's going on with that.
I never been that type to be so scared of no Diablo.
So then I follow that up with actually the line that I talked about on the last Within the Soundwave, where it's like, I've never been the type to be afraid of no Diablo, which is the devil. So if you remember my last Within the Soundwave, where I talked about why do you shudder in the face of evil, it's like, okay, no, be the person that have the faith to get through these problems. Be the person to have the faith to get through these issues, and then step up to the plate and just go forward. You may not know what you're going to do, but just go forward with it. So that's the part right there where it's like, I'm never been afraid of no Diablo. Like, I'm not going to be afraid of the devil when I know the faith, the power that I have back in me, the power that's within me is stronger than what's in the world.
Everybody talking about they so committed. It's easy right now, so I don't wanna hear it. But when that pressure's on, then you let me know. If you staying with it, then I know you with it, trust me.
So people would tell you that they committed. They tell you that they with you. They tell you that they ride or die. They tell you that they love you forever. They tell you all these things. They give you commitments after commitment after commitment. But the thing about a commitment is that when you give it, you're giving it for the most part when things are good. You're giving it when things are, when you're happy, when everything is clicking, you know. That's when the commitment comes in. And it's like, okay, it's easy right now. So really, I've learned through these commitments and all that. It's like, okay, it's easy right now. I really don't want to hear it right now. It's kind of like, one eye, I do believe you. You know, I'm loving that you're committed to me. You know, I love that these commitments that you're saying as we go forward with this venture or whatever, that you're with me. That's one eye. I'm saying I love it. We're there. Got it. Shoot. I'm committed. You're committed. Let's work. Type thing. But then in the other eye, it's like I don't want to hear it, because when it gets hard, you're gone. Just like that. So that's how I look at it. Like that. One eye, I believe. The other one is like, okay, we'll see when the pressure's on. Then that'll let me know if you're really with it. You know, because a lot of people can give you their commitments, but the thing is, like, you got to stay committed. That commitment is like, okay, you're not in that feeling no more. The feeling is long past. But are you still able to stick to your word when that feeling is gone? You know, so that's where that line comes in, where it's just like, you know, it's easy. Right now it's easy. But when the pressure's on, when things get hard, you know, when, as they say, rubber meets the road, let me see what you do there. That's when I know you're committed. And honestly, that's when a relationship of any magnitude, whether it's romantic or business or friendship or whatever, when things are hard and y'all still find a way to connect with each other or find a way to rely on each other in those hard times, the bond just gets stronger. You know, so when the pressure's on, then I will know what type of bond we have.
Whoa, chemo sabe, grinding is my hobby.
I like that line. Of course, you know, you heard that line before, whoa, chemo sabe. But then I switch it up, grinding is my hobby. And no, not hobby, as I said before, that if you treat it like a hobby, then it pays like a hobby. But in this aspect, it's more as that grinding is my hobby when you take the whole element of the song, where it's like stay focused through all the issues that's coming your way. Okay, grinding is my hobby. Like in those down times where people will ask you, oh, what you do for fun? Oh, I make music. All right, but you do that as a profession. What do you like to do? I like to make music. You know, this is my profession and my hobby. I like to do it. I can do it 24/7. You would have to pull me away to feed me, saying, are you hungry? Did you eat? No, get some food, you know. Or gotta pull me away for the most of the time just to go to the bathroom, you know. So it's like, grinding is my hobby. This is what I do all day, every day. This is what I can do all day, every day. It's kind of like when you ask the lady, like, you know, who's your man? Jesus. That's all they got on their mind. And for me, music is all that I got on my mind. Me to creating is all that I have on my mind. So whoa, King Osabe, grinding is my hobby.
Got winners all around me, that circle where you find me. Even though we work a lot, that fruit is sweet agave.
Winners all around me, that circle's where you find me. That one right there is like, surround yourself with the people that you want to be like. You know, surround yourself with the winners. And now in that circle, if you got a circle of winners, all that's going to do is that you're going to keep on pushing each other to build up, pushing each other to win together. You know, it's never just I can just lay back when my whole circle is a circle of winners. So that's stay focused right there. And like I said, that one was a way for me, a meditative way for me to just release my energy and get it out of me at that time where things was really crazy, you know. And it's a great one to just bump to sometimes when you just need to get reminded. Stay focused, you know. So you can find that right there in the playlist, hashtag Begotten Sunday. If you look for that on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, anywhere you go ahead and stream your music, and we're gonna keep on banging it out just like that. And with that said, D Brown and Begotten Son.
Got a lot of issues trying to knock me off my track, but I'm just that type of person that believes in swinging back.